and Assalamualaikum. My name is NAJIHA AFIQA binti ZUHAIRI and my ID number is MDB2211022 and I'm going to talk about price elasticity of demand.
So firstly, I will explain about the definition of price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded for particular goods in respect to the change of price. More precisely, it is a percentage change of quantity demanded relative to the 1% change of price. This is the formula to calculate the coefficient of price elasticity of demand. So let's move on to the question. For the first question, based on the information given, we need to calculate the price elasticity of demand for each goods. First thing, we need to take out all the information given. After that, we put the information given into the formula before. First thing, we need to take out all the information given. After that, we put the information given into the formula before. Remember, there is an inverse relationship between the price and quantity demanded, so both changes occurs in the opposite direction. So the answer will always give the negative coefficient. So the price elasticity of demand for meat are -3, while chicken are -0.3. Next question, we need to state type of price elasticity of demand for each goods. In order to interpret the information, we need to use modulus into the price elasticity of demand to exclude the negative sign. For meat, it is elastic because the change price of good causes bigger percentage change for quantity demanded, while chicken is inelastic because the change price of goods causes smaller percent change for the quantity demanded.
My name is Damia Balqis binti HAIRUL and my ID number is MDB2211011. I will explain about cross price elasticity of demand. The definition of cross price elasticity is the way that changes in the price of one good can affect the quantity demanded of another good. So, this is the formula for calculate cross price elasticity of demand. Now, we moving with question 2. The statement of question is, when the price of good X is 27 ringgit, the quantity demanded of good Y is 1,200 units. When the price of good X falls to 23 ringgit, the price of good Y unchanged, but the quantity demanded of good Y falls to 800 units. Then, from the statement of question, they want first, using the cross elasticity of demand formula, calculate the cross elasticity of demand for good Y. Next, is good Y a substitute for or complement to good X? This is the calculation that I did, and for question 2.2, good Y is substitute for good X because of an increase in the price of a particular goods leads to an increase in quantity demanded for another goods.
Hello, my name is NURFARISHA QISTINA binti KAMARUL NIZAM and my ID number is 2211001 and I'm going to present about question 3, which is income elasticity of demand. So what is income elasticity of demand? Income elasticity of demand measures the degree of responsiveness of the quality demand for a particular good with respect to the change in consumer income. So, the question that has been given is inferior product have a negative income elasticity of demand. Explain the statement. So, the statement happened because of an increase in the consumer income will cause a decrease in quantity demand and vice versa. Second, suppose that when income increased from 2,900 to 3,250, quantity demand changed from 210 to 270 units. By using the point of elasticity approach, calculate the income elasticity. The formula is elasticity equal to new quantity demand minus old quantity demand divided by old quantity demand and multiplied by old consumer income divided by new consumer income minus old consumer income. So, data has been given in the question. So, put the data in the formula and the answer that I got is elasticity is equal to 2.36. For the last question, based on this information, which is the answer that I got, explain the types of this product. As everyone can see, the graph shows the relationship of consumer income and quantity demand about elastic income elasticity, because the answer that I got is more than one. Thus, an increase in income from 2,900 ringgit to 3,250 ringgit leads to an increase in quantity demand from 210 to 270 units, but the increase in the quantity demand is more than increase in income. That's all for the income elasticity of demand. Thank you and goodbye.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is MIRZAINSYIRAH binti Muhammad Nasir and my ID number is 22111034 and I will present about price elasticity of supply. Price elasticity of supply measure the degree of responsiveness of the quantity supply for a particular good with respect to a change in price. More precisely, is the percentage change in quantity supplies relative to 1% change in price. This is the formula for calculating the price elasticity of supply. Using the supply analysis, sketch and explain the type of price elasticity of supply for each question. When the price of good A is 200 ringgit, the quantity supplies is 100 unit. When the price increase to 300, the quantity supplies is unchanged at 100 unit. So, the graph will show perfectly inelastic. That means supplier will sell same quantity and goods at 100 unit, regardless of the movement of price, even when price increase from 200 ringgit to 300 ringgit. No matter how the price change, the quantity supplies will stay same. The curve is vertical supply curve. So, the graph will show perfectly inelastic. That means supplier will sell same quantity and goods at 100 unit, regardless of the movement of price, even when price increase from 200 ringgit to 300 ringgit. No matter how the price change, the quantity supplies will stay same. The curve is vertical supply curve. 2. When the price of good A is increased from 200 ringgit to 300 ringgit, the quantity supplies of good A increase from 100 units to 130 units. When the price of good A increased from 200 to 300, the quantity supplies increase from 100 units to 180 units. So, the graph will show inelastic. That means the percentage change in price 200 ringgit increase to 300 ringgit is larger than percentage change in quantity supplies at 100 unit increase to 130 units. A change in price of the good causes a similar percentage change in the quantity supplies. This is the way how to calculate the quantity supplies of good. Next is the graph will show elastic. That means the percentage change in price 200 ringgit increase to 300 ringgit is smaller than percentage change in quantity supplies at 100 unit increase to 118 unit. A change in the price of good causes a bigger percentage change in the quantity supplies. This is the way how to calculate the quantity supplies of good. The curve is flatter slope of supplies curve. The curve is flatter slope of supply curve.